Catch Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and all the boys as the Atlanta Braves look to reclaim the East.
A walk-off home run, and the Braves win it.
Follow the journey to October right here. Your official home for the Atlanta Braves on the Gulf Coast.
Man, oh man, is he playing some baseball.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ready to play? Welcome to Do Play, your premier indoor destination for family fitness and total fun. Do Play is designed for fun, movement, and skill building for all ages. Kids can explore our active playgrounds, while athletes and teams can utilize our turf fields, indoor soccer, batting cages, full basketball, and volleyball courts. With open play, training space, and structured activities, it's all inclusive at the new Do Play in Panama City. Take a look now at DoPlayOnline.com. That's DoPlayOnline.com.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
This Mother's Day, celebrate the love that never fades with a gift that lasts forever. At Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Find Mother's Day jewelry made to honor every child, every chapter, every memory. From timeless classics to special pieces that show love. Jewelry that captures the unique bond between mother and child. Make her Mother's Day unforgettable at Coin and Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Your diamond headquarters for over 50 years.
GSX New Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida. Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah!
Really make me sweat.
Yeah! Yeah!
Really make me wet.
Yeah!
Well, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. 8:15 today. Get the phone ready. 215-6290. We had a winner yesterday.
He was an interesting guy.
Yes, he was. He was from Ohio. Moved down here, a big Buckeye. His wife graduated from Ohio State. Appreciate him listening every day. He had a lot of kind things to say, and he. Nice picture of him on Facebook on the ESPN website. So, James, good job with that. We got to remind each other at 8:15. We're going to do that. A couple things before we start getting rolling. We got Brian's back with us. He just got back from a big trip. I wanted to, before I forget, I'd like to bring this up because I think I'll forget if we wait to do it later. But your thoughts, because we had mentioned this before, that it's not NIL, it's revenue sharing. And we've seen where Arkansas has dropped female tennis program. You're with the Olympic sports, in particular swimming. You've been doing it your whole life. and you're out on the road, you travel the country. What are you hearing? What you know it's coming if it hadn't already happened. What do you guys even talk about it? They worry about it? What's the latest on that Olympic type sports?
When I heard that news, I had just one thought that came to mind, and that was, duh. I mean, honestly, I make jokes about it, but it's exactly what we've known for years. In fact, even before all of this actually started moving forward, it was inevitable. There's only going to be so long you're going to subsidize non-revenue sports if you don't have to, if you're not mandated to. And as the NCAA's power is whittled away, there's less and less reason for athletic departments to do that. So I actually think, I was listening a little bit Monday morning, I think Patrick nailed it. It's something we've been talking about in swimming for a decade, is it's probably going to end up going the club model, which is basically independently funded, not necessarily a sanctioned university event per se, but it'll kind of create its own thing that's tied to the university loosely. And again, there's a lot of things that need to go through that. I'll be honest with you, if I were advising all of the national governing bodies on the Olympic sports, what I would have told them 10 years ago is, you need to be planning for a future without colleges propping up this model. Because it's inevitable, it's going to fall apart because it necessarily has to. And unfortunately, most of them have not done that. They have tried to double down on what they've known, which is the collegiate model, and it's going to end up catching them out. Hopefully not right as we're going into a major Olympic cycle, but
as big as the SEC swim meets have been in the past, yeah. Alabama's had great teams. Florida, everybody's had their time. So you think those days are going to be gone?
Eventually, sure. I think they have to be.
What about Title IX? What about how's that going to play?
Well, now that's where it depends how far we go, because should these athletes ultimately, which is where I think it's going, I don't know this, I think it ultimately has to end in them being employees. Okay? And if that's the case, I'm not sure Title IX applies anymore. Because you're now not talking about students per se. That's a good point, yeah. I'm not even sure they're going to have to go to class because they'll be employees. So if that's the case, Title IX doesn't apply, and then you don't need to prop these up anymore. At least in terms of athletics. There's other parts of Title IX that will apply. But, excuse me, I just don't I don't see it. I don't see it lasting. And look, I don't think it's going to happen in the next year or two. It's going to be just a continued whittling away. We've already seen it. They've already cut rosters down to the point that I think ultimately the SEC has imposed a roster limit that I think they have to meet by probably 2 more years because they grandfathered in some classes, to where literally the size of the roster you're able to carry is the maximum amount of kids you could take to the NCAA championships. Which is difficult because, I mean, that would be like saying I'm only going to have 22 football players.
All right, with those sports, will they allow walk-ons? Because college football, I think that's going away.
I'm not 100% sure what the rules are on walk-ons right now because I don't need to know that in the thing that I'm in. I can tell you because of roster cuts, I don't think you're really going to have any anymore. They're going to have everybody. Plus, scholarships also give them a level of control over an athlete per se they may not have the same level of with a walk-on. So I don't think you're going to see any more walk-on opportunities.
In your opinion, what sports survive?
Well, football, basketball, baseball has done what the others needed to do, and it's easier for baseball. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's an easy thing. What all the sports who aren't revenue generating have to do is find a way to be.
Yeah. Softball's popular.
Softball will probably stick around. Again, some of this depends on how much Title IX gets.
What's your thoughts on track?
I don't see it. It's a net negative. Swimming's going to be a net negative. Wrestling's going to be a net negative. Tennis generally will be a net negative.
Yeah, we already see that, yeah.
Golf, it depends because most of the courses aren't owned and run by the university, so that kind of use of their facility can be donated by alumni kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Golf can end up not being terribly expensive, so it may last longer than some of the others. When you get down into the ones that are more regional, like field hockey, those kind of things, I don't know. Hockey will probably stay around because it's already regionalized too, and I would imagine, in Minnesota, Michigan, things
right now, hockey,
that's going to be somewhat revenue generating.
Hockey's getting enough NIL money to keep at least the big programs afloat.
So.
They're starting to even pull kids out of major junior in Canada and giving them $1 million a year to go play hockey.
That's crazy.
It'll survive.
The problem is the conflating of the things. Everybody thinks, well, all this NIL money's coming in like that. The problem
it's not NIL,
but
it's revenue
that's it.
sharing.
So the thing is that you're mining the same people for the same money.
Right.
So we've always talked about the race to build these great facilities and this, that, or the other, where you were going after the same donors that you're going after for the university in general, that you're going after for NIL, and that you're going after to fund the revenue share.
Stop.
So something's going to have to give. And so, like hockey, the problem won't be NIL because there is money for that. There might be some issues with outfitting them, sending them on the trips,
cost of travel,
everything like that, staff, like that. So there's only you can only mine the same deep wallet so many times,
right?
And that's the worry.
And the article about Arkansas was not NIL. It's the revenue sharing, 20 plus in football, 12 plus basketball. That's $32 million out of their pocket they don't have anymore. That football flipped the bills for.
It's just like anything in life. If you've got a tightening budget at home, you're going to go through and look at things, and you're going to have to cut something out, and it's very rarely easy. You're going to have to find something that you enjoy, but that just doesn't make sense financially anymore.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes this difficult is it's an emotional tie because we all know the benefits of athletics, but at the end of the day, if you've got to pay for these things, you got to figure out what makes the most sense. And if something is a strong net negative for you financially and your job is to make the numbers work, that's where you're going to cut.
And everything we have talked about, even the sports that will survive, is affecting the high school athlete. To get a football scholarship now is the hardest time in the history of football to get a scholarship because you're competing against grown men.
Right.
Same thing with baseball, basketball, swim, all of it. Every across the board is tough for high school kids.
The NIL deal has killed scholarships for high school kids.
And they're doing it in the high school level, which I completely hate.
You've done 5 or 6 different things all within the same time frame that have all combined. Not one thing in and of itself has killed it, but it's the combination of things. The NIL is a part. The portal is a part. The fact that we gave the 5th COVID year, we did that out of good sentiments. It was a horrendous idea because that's had ripple effects down. The fact that we've given 8 billion exceptions to the red shirt rules, and now there's guys who are on their 3rd and 4th and 5th red shirt. Yeah. All of these things have combined to stress the high school athlete to the point where there are fewer and fewer and fewer opportunities for them.
All right, I got to get this in. Brooke Lloyd, the principal of Breakfast Point. No, I'm sorry, Petronas, my God. Petronas, where my beautiful Leighton Bell and Lorelei go. Petronas is a great school, has been for all these years. She is an unbelievable, beautiful person, inside out. She's the principal over there. She didn't only make Bay District Schools principal of the year, this region. She is the state of Florida principal of the year. I don't know that's ever happened before in this county.
It's the first time. It's the first time in Bay County.
That's awesome.
If you've ever met her, I've been around her when I think we were in Gatlinburg, and when kids were singing up there a couple of years ago in different places. And I've known her for a while. But she's such a delightful person. Every time you walk in a room with her, she's got a big smile on her face, very positive, upbeat, loves those kids. Those kids love her. The people that work with her and for her love her. She's a great motivator, great person, and she deserves this. So if you want to learn from the best, man, go work for her for a couple of years. You ever want to be an administrator, go hang around her.
She was signing autographs yesterday at the school board meeting after that. So
wow. Brooke Lloyd,
yeah,
beautiful
good.
lady, inside out. So congratulations, her.
Yep.
Let's give her another little hand.
Yep.
One other thing before we take this break, I got to get this in here because it affects Glenn. This a lot of people out there don't know this, and I just saw the article and I'm looking at it as we speak, and the reason I bring it up is I love the song and I love the guy. He was my hero, Elvis Presley. There was one song in 1972 that he had to be convinced to do it, and they said it's not that he hated the song, He didn't like some of the lyrics. He just didn't think it was a good fit for the time in 1972. Glenn wrote this song. He didn't want to take credit for it. But Burning Love, and the lyrics he did not like. Let me see if I can find it. He thought it was just maybe not right for the time. And the lyrics, flames are now licking my body. But he loved having her hit record. But that is in there. If you listen to the words, Glenn, why did you write that?
Well,
flames licking my body. What did that mean? Was it hot?
We had to change that to "Hunk of Burning Love." We had to change that kind of lyric there.
No, that lyric's in there. That lyric's in there.
You gotta remember the time that Glenn wrote this. He was back up to a tree in the jungles of Southeast Asia, under the influence of many.
Was it napalm? Was that napalm?
Yeah, we'll call it napalm.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I get that. But I thought that was interesting. It was a huge hit for him, 1972, Hunk of Burning Love. Yeah. But he did not like the lyrics.
Nope.
The flames are now licking my body. But he did like the money he made off it. The great Elvis Presley, again, teamed up with the great Glenn Manley. Unbelievable. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got so many wonderful people. Today's a special day. Every Wednesday, if you love eating, and we all do, baby, we all maybe eat a little bit too much. But over in Lynn Haven, one of our favorite, if not our favorite, over in Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, City Commissioner over there, it's incredible. But on Wednesdays, 10 wings inside for $9.99. Go check it out. They get anything off the menu. It's incredible. They treat you like family. TVs everywhere. Great atmosphere. Great people. Great service. It's like being at home. And speaking of being at home, you want to have a big birthday party? Call Pat up. Say, Pat, this is how many wings I want. This is what I want. Tell him the time. It'll be waiting for you, brother. He is incredible. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. I talked to the legend yesterday, Jay Michaels, today and today only. And it will be packed out for lunch. It will be packed out for dinner. There's people that drive from Callaway all the way across the bridge to Jay Michaels just on Wednesdays for world famous Jay Michaels spaghetti. Check it out. You'll absolutely love it. It's the sauce. It's going to have special sauce, and he won't tell you what's in it. It's outstanding. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And all you bikers, yes, sir, baby, newbies, Kathy, Charlotte, Will, John, they got it set up perfectly for you this week. All week long, every day, there's something special going on at Newbies, especially the mothership. They got merchandise set up, special drinks, all kind of activities, the best entertainment you've ever had. So all you bikers, you're going to be there anyway. But get out to Newbies, have a wonderful time. And if, hey, you're not a biker, go watch what's going on. You would not believe some of the things you'll see.
No, yeah.
Glenn, you would enjoy it.
Just because it comes in your size doesn't mean you have to wear it.
You can look, just don't touch. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3. Hey, we brag on this guy. It's Wednesday. It's Bay Day. We got Manley in here. Hudson will be coming on, the legend, Coach Hudson. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
They don't care about the fans. We're all beating our chests, going to the tailgaters, drinking the Kool-Aid, eating the hot dogs, buying the merch, and Alabama. They don't want to lose that because they're the top 4 in sales for college memorabilia? Yeah. If they lose that, they lose the NIL, period.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Wednesday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, very light rain and some sun, and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. For tonight, a variety of mostly clouds and very light showers and a low near 71. Tomorrow, a chance of thunderstorms and a high around 79. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Panama City Mayday Mega Car Show is back. May 16th at Bay County Fairgrounds. Bring out the old schools, classics, antiques, new schools, import sports cars, exotics, trucks, and bikes. Get registered at pcmegashow.eventbrite.com. This is an outdoor and indoor show, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Plus tasty barbecue, seafood, Cajun, food trucks, flavorful drinks and sweets, bounce houses and face painting. Kids free. Adults buy tickets at pcmegashow.eventbrite.com.
Your biggest investment is your home. Protect it while also improving its appearance with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. We have sand, mulch, gravel, or lay down decorative stone, all available for pickup and delivery. Discover your dream landscape with Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Imagine the moment you proudly pull up to your home that you've worked so hard for, enhanced by quality mulch, decorative stones, and more. Let's make it happen today. Request a quote online at earthworkspc.com or swing by the office at 2005 Industrial Drive. Love the land you live on.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves Morning Update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
Braves top the Tigers in Game 1. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network Morning Update. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and your go-to car wash destination all season long. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location nearest you. The Braves get 2 doubles from Ronald Acuna Jr., 2 hits from Mike Yastrzemski, and a great performance from Martin Perez as they top the Tigers 5-2 in Game 1 of the 3-game set. Ozzie Albies, the big hit, his 2-run home run in the 8th made it 5-0. Congratulations to Ozzie on his 599th and 600th career RBI. Martin Perez was flawless. 5 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts, getting the win. He's 5-1 on the season. Didier Fuentes coming in 2 innings, no runs in relief of Perez. Game 1 in the books. The Braves will look to win the series tonight, and it's a pitching matchup that you want to see. J.R. Ritchie, his second start for the Braves after going 7 innings last time out. Tarek Skubal, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, going for the Tigers. For leadoff show, 6 o'clock Eastern time. First pitch between the Braves and Tigers with Ben and Darren, 7:15 on the Braves Radio Network.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
On the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. 8:15 today. We're going to give away some great gifts. Not going to tell you what they are. You're going to be surprised. They're pretty good stuff.
I'm on speed dial. All I got to do is hit one number.
Well, 8:15, hit it, baby. First or second. Well, let's just take the second call, save time. Because I like to visit with the people that win. And
yeah,
we'll do that at
7:15. What you're looking for?
Well, they got to take me with it, and that's always let them know. When I get off there, I say that. You know, to get all this stuff, I go on to eat with you.
Shameless.
Let's bring him on right now. I've always said this about him, and I love bragging on him because he's an incredible man, great coach. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of when he gets hired. He comes in, he turns the program around. Look at his history, what he has done. Just in this county, it's incredible. And he did it again this year, district champs, Bay High School baseball. Look at Bay High School, man, football, baseball. Mm-hmm. I can't remember, how did basketball wind up?
They did good.
They're pretty good.
I think they won their district.
That's man, it's amazing how well they're doing. Somebody's not there anymore.
Yeah, when there's some guy left.
Somebody left, things went the other way. Anyway, we got him. Let's bring him on. Coach Hutchins. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Good to talk to you.
Great to have you. Hey, first of all, let's talk about the challenge when you took this job. They wanted you to come in there, turn this program around. You have done so. You brought them a championship. Talk about that. He's got to, I know you don't like bragging, but you got to feel good about that. Talk about how difficult it was building the program up, and talk about some of the people that's helped out, some of these Booster Club people over the years that's helped you.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it's been a heck of a ride since I got here. It was program was we didn't have a lot of returning players. I think they had 11 seniors the year before I got here, and we had about four kids who were juniors that had played a little bit sparingly, and very few other kids really in the program. They didn't really have a JV program, so it was we had some guys like Trace Brooks and Jacob Pasco and gosh, I'm gonna forget names right here live, but Pender. There were some kids there that didn't have a lot of experience playing, but they loved to play the game, and they really listened to everything we had to say, when we got there, because we really felt like they wanted to play. They wanted to improve, they wanted to get better, and the first year was I'll tell you, it was rough in the summer, and it was really just really enjoyable in the spring. We didn't win a lot of games,
Uh-oh.
We're losing?
Are you still there?
I think we have lost that connection to the phone lines. Let's try to find him again.
All right, we'll try to get calling back.
Coach, call us back. 215-6290. So
are we still on?
Yeah, I'm sure we are. Are we still on there?
We're still going.
All right, good.
Just say something normal. We'll see if we get a bunch of angry phone calls.
No, I tell you what I was impressed with, too, because he got there to build the JV program from what they got a lot of players now, and it's really nice to go see the support from the parents and things like that. So, but, yeah, I tried to get John for a long time, even when he was at Rutherford, and he's loyal to whatever school he's at. So, unfortunately, some of the schools have not been loyal to him.
So he was at Rutherford, Mosley,
yeah,
and now
at Bay. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I don't know if any other coach in the history of Bay County has ever done that. Three
Send
different
him up
schools.
Bozeman. We'll cover that whole side of the bridge.
Seriously, you don't any other coach in a major sport like that was been at all three as a head coach? I don't think anybody's ever done that.
Jeremy Brown's been at 2, and then he was at Walton, so he came.
I'm on Bay County. That's the only guy I know of that's done that. Head coach, 3 different schools.
There could be
Bay
some,
County.
head coaches. There could be some assistants that have done that.
Yeah.
And he's had the same assistant coaches for quite a while. So I know that Coach Harville's son played.
And Bay's always had a proud history as all the teams, but especially baseball. And he got that thing rolling. And the question I want to ask him: can they keep it rolling? Can you keep it going?
I think he's got some good players coming up. I tell you what, really and truly, I know a lot of people play the summer baseball, but that fall ball really helps that you can have tryouts and get things going early. So, but I'm really really proud of what he's done. And
with school of choice, you would think it would all be all Mosley, but baseball is so big.
Well,
you look, you got Arnold has been good. Bozeman is outstanding. Bay, champions of district, and then you got Mosley. That's 4 in one, just those 4.
Right. And the thing, too, is, you can only have so many on your team, so
we got so many good baseball players, it's crazy.
And there's some great coaches out there, too, I'm telling you. So.
And then you look over at South Walton, what they've done, that's something. Right. I don't know if we'll ever see stuff like that. They are loaded.
Well, there's a difference in a couple of things, the tax bracket, and they're able to fund some things in middle school that we don't fund right now.
So yeah, middle school baseball, we don't.
Well, Coach, you got to go into facilities, accountability, money. I mean, coaching. So.
Oh, I think we got him back. Let's see what we can do. We're trying to get Coach Hudson back on here. Let him visit with us for a few. We got Coach. All right, Coach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know where I was. I've been talking all along.
We do that all the time. Talk about some of the people, though. We were talking about the program, but who are some of the boosters that helped out through the years that got this thing going?
Gosh, yeah. I've just tried to go, yeah. Well, Kim Pasco has been with us since before I got here. Kim was pretty much 95% of the booster club when I got here. And she has just held this thing together for us. And, of course, her kid was a junior when I got here. I don't know what all y'all heard. I've been talking. But her kid was one of about 4 who were returning players from what we had left after they had a big senior class the year before I got here. But Kim Pasco has been really one of them that's been the main one who's really kept everything going and it got organized everything for Booster Club, events and fundraisers and just everything in the world. And now her kid's graduated, but she still kind of hangs around because she's kind of a little liaison between us and the coaches and all the other staff. But there's now our Booster Club is really strong. We really have really good folks there now, and I don't want to start naming names out right now because I'm sure I'll miss people. But I know our president, Mr. Hand, and the Hands have been just fantastic for us. Emmons, Knox Brennan. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
But those are some of our officers here that have been really helpful. We are raising plenty of money to help the program out for our just our year-to-year needs. The buses are a little different story, but just the program is really strong now, and I'm really excited about the future. And coming off back-to-back district championships. I know, and I don't know if you heard me talk about our ranking year by year, but it's really gotten better. We've 2023 we were at like 460, and
wow.
It's dropped. 24 was 370, 25 was 293, and then this year we were 147 last week, and it's just that does show. I don't love rankings and how they do that for postseason, but it does show a little bit of where your program's headed and the direction you're going. So really excited about that.
We were talking, Glenn and I were talking, and all I can speak over the last 26 years. I think you're the only coach in the history of Bay County. I know in that period of time, and Glenn's been here a lot longer than I have, that you've been a head coach at 3 of the big school, the 3 head coach jobs in Bay County. I don't think anybody's ever done that in any sport.
Yeah, I don't know. I've started at Rutherford in 1999 with Ernest Spiva and Clyde Mills giving me an opportunity over there. Loved every second of it at Rutherford. 15 years there, and then back to Mosley, and 7 years over there. That was just fantastic. State championship and those types of things that you'll never forget. And the people over there, those are bonds that will go on forever. And really fortunate now to be here at Bay High, and they're all different challenges everywhere I've been. They weren't all the same, where you had the same goals when you got there. A little different expectations at all 3, and but really just it's been fantastic, and very lucky to be coaching as long as I have, and I still love it, love doing it, love baseball, and love being around the kids and seeing what you can do with them, and maybe hopefully teach them a little something besides baseball along the way that may help them, down the road, because they're all going to be something besides baseball players one of these days. So,
all right, here's the big question.
It's been a joy.
Here's the big question. We got to go after this. We got a break coming up. Can you keep it rolling? I mean, you got to the top. Can you keep it going?
We were, yeah, absolutely. We're really excited about next year. We're losing 6 seniors, but we have got some returners. Elliot Richter's top guy on the mound for us. Isaiah Knox Brennan's going to be excited about him coming back on the mound. Cooper Pendergrass is. Brandon Holmes is going to be a great player. Noah Clement was our leading hitter as a sophomore, and he'll be back. We've got Connor Emmons is going to be able to play 9 positions for us next year, and he didn't get a lot of playing time this year, but he's going to be really important for us. Alex Carbonell's coming back, Liam Adams, Brody. We got a ton of kids coming back that are going to help, keep us moving this thing forward, and looking forward to summer and getting ready for next year.
Well, Coach, we certainly appreciate it. Anytime this summer, anytime you need to come on, fundraisers, whatever, just give us a call. I know we'll call you sometime this summer to see how everything's going. Wish I had more time to visit with you, but we got to go. We got Dr. Ward coming on. Take care. If we can help out, let us know, okay?
All right. Thanks so much for everything y'all have done for the last, 10 years. I really appreciate you guys spotlighting the baseball programs here.
Well, we appreciate you, Coach. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding people. And I got to start with Mosley High School graduate, Jason Steverson. What he has done, it doesn't happen every day. You start a business, 90% of them don't make it. His is going crazy because he's such an honest, hardworking guy. Family-owned. Hired wonderful people. They take pride in what they do. They tell you they're going to do something, they do it. The most honest guy I know. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. Get it serviced. We're getting ready to have ours done this coming up month. Do it before summer. Do it before winter. It'll last a lot longer. And we get back. We got the legend, Dr. Ward, 7:30, right here, ESPN Northwest Florida. Be right back.
Lock it in and rip the knob off. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has turned up the power.
I'm getting an ostrich, Club Captain.
From Port St. Joe to Panama City to Fort Walton Beach, the biggest sports signal in the Panhandle.
If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City. Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, the best place in town to take a leak.
Rebilling here. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Nick Saban can kiss my...
Uncompromising sports talk lives here. Now back to the J. Michaels studio. It's the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest for 815. Give us a call, 215-6290. We're going to give you something you're going to really enjoy. Not one thing, but several things. 815-215-6290.
If they pre-call me for $20, I'll get your name in there first. So
all right, let me say this. Not many times you'll go into any establishment and have three separate individuals talk about a doctor and how great he is. It's kind of weird in a way. And they did not know. One of them didn't know. The other two did. But this one particular man is a wonderful human being. He's up in Cleveland, and they got a house here, and they got a big mansion up there. Well, he comes in, they're out in the sun all the time. He's 80 years old, but you wouldn't believe it when you look at him. He works out all the time, takes care of himself, looks really good. Well, he had a cut, and we're talking, and I said, oh, my God, that's my guy, Dr. Ward. Dr. Ward cut on. It's not the first time it's happened to him either. He got cut up there, and he said up there, same experience I had down in Southwest Florida. It's like you're like sheep and cattle. You herd it in, they numb you up, they cut you, send you back outside, they bring you back in, numb you up, cut you. He said, Ward got it all the first time. He said he's outstanding. Another guy, same thing. Ward, that's who I went with. I heard him on your show. That guy, you're right, he is outstanding. Three people down at 360 operated by Dr. Ward and have nothing but great things to say about him. He graduated from Florida, so you know he's highly intelligent, and he hangs around with outstanding people, especially at 7:30 every Wednesday. The man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ward. Doc, how you doing, sir?
Having a great morning. How about you guys?
Couldn't be better.
It could be better, but it's all right.
Tell us out there now a couple things that can be deadly. They got to catch it early, especially women. If it doesn't look right, feel right. It only takes 5 minutes. Where are you located, and how do they get up with you?
That's right. So if you got something on your skin that's changing size, shape, color, bleeding for no reason, don't wait months or years to get it looked at, because that's going to be where you run into trouble. Get it checked immediately. Give our office a call at 233-3376. You can see us in Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Phoenix Spring, Bonifay, or Marianna. 5 minutes is all it takes to get checked head to toe to make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free.
Dr. Ward. All right, before we get rolling, I got to ask about your boy. Tell everybody his name and how's he doing. I hadn't talked to you in a while about him.
Oh, no, we're skipping the boy. We're going straight to my daughter, Elizabeth. So Seaside, the middle school they go to, Seaside, had their sports banquet last night. And, she played soccer, tennis, and track and field. And she had soccer practice last night. So we were like trying, after she got her last, sports was recognized, we were like packing our stuff up to go, and the athletic director runs up and says, no, you guys can't leave yet. So at the end of the awards, they give a male and female athlete of the year, and Elizabeth was given the Female Athlete of the Year for Seaside School.
Woo! All right. That's incredible, man. Yep. That is awesome. What about your boy now? Talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, Jackson's between middle school and travel. They have their first travel practice this weekend, and I think the first summer tournament they have is in a couple of weeks. So he's getting some well-deserved rest between seasons, and back at it again this Sunday for their first practice.
All right, I want to jump into this. You sent me something, and I glanced over it. Kind of blew my mind, to be honest with you. If I was a coach, I don't know what I would have done. But tell everybody out there what happened. And this was in the state of Florida, I believe, correct?
Yeah. Actually, in the 3A state baseball playoffs, West Nassau High had their 5 seniors. Rather than playing Sewanee in the first round playoff game, they all skipped the playoff game to go to their prom.
Can you believe that?
Wow. And that has generated nationwide opinion, depending on which side of that you're on, of whether or not that should be allowed or not. No, obviously. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, for a lot of the kids who I mean, high school baseball is the end of their journey. I can't imagine, choosing to go to prom over playing with your team and having, especially in a one game only. One of their seniors was a pitcher with a sub-1 ERA, and rather than competing and he could pull off the upset, beat Sewanee, he just checks out on his team, says, no, I'm going to go to prom.
There could be girlfriends involved in that. But here's the thing. That's happening all around there, and it seems like the people that would pick the prom date would kind of look at the calendar and see what's going on. So.
Yeah, well, they did kind of do the seedings and times, but everyone knew that weekend was going to be playoff weekend. It was there on the calendar. You would have had weeks to be like, okay, well, there's a chance that our game's going to be on Saturday night. It kind of affects everybody. I mean, look in 3A, this team was the 6th seed in this region. Bay was the 7th seed. So I mean, if maybe they should have let FHSAA know that their seniors weren't going to play, and instead of Bay having to go play Fernandina Beach, they would have got to play Sewanee, and who knows, maybe that would have been different for those kids.
Let's go back to this. Did they have a vote? Did they just say we're not playing? Did they go? Did they forfeit the game?
No, they went. They got crushed 12-0, but in a run rule. But I mean, imagine trying to do that without your seniors. I mean,
what's happened to the commitment? You committed to play this game, and then all of a sudden, I'd rather go dance than do that. And then I'll even say this: why wouldn't that principal say, "Wait a minute, they have this commitment. They're going to go, and we're going to move the dance one more to the next night." I know that might have been a lot of work and detail of that, but they still could have moved that dance to the Saturday night or whatever night they needed to have it. I don't get that. What are we teaching people?
I don't know, man. It's a different world we live in. I mean, who cares about prom itself? The kids would have been back in time for the after party, which is what's the most fun, right?
I just can't believe that.
There are probably a lot of moms that were like, oh, but we won't get those pictures of them all with their girlfriends. The girlfriends who most of them won't even be around in 3 months.
I wish they'd go. I wish they'd do an article and find out how many of them had dads at home. I just can't imagine a dad letting that happen. Do you? I mean, I'm just sorry. If Jared, you got a dad, I think I'm gonna go. No, you got a game. You're gonna go play the game. That's not even questionable. You made a commitment. You're gonna be there. You're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. You're gonna play the game.
If Mom says something.
My mom thinks like Julie thinks like I do.
Well, I understand that, but not everybody does. So
That's
you fight that?
That's crazy.
I know it is, Coach. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying there's outside interference there.
Unbelievable.
Well, the general sentiment on social media, most baseball guys were like, I can't imagine that, and then most baseball ladies were like, oh, but it was prom. all I know is if I was a college program and I'd offered one of those kids a scholarship,
right?
And then I saw they didn't go to their playoff game, I would be pulling that scholarship immediately.
And I'll tell you another thing. If I'm looking at resumes and there's two guys I like, and one of them did pull this, I found out later, hey, this guy here back in high school, he didn't even go to this part. He skipped this game. I'm telling you right now, I'd go hire the other guy. If it's close, I'd go with the other guy. That's just me. Take that.
Well, and speaking of the playoffs, this weekend, if anybody's looking for high school baseball playoffs, South Walton is hosting West Florida over South Walton High. First game's Friday night, then double header if necessary on Saturday.
Right.
So check it out. I think South Walton's like the last area team in the baseball playoffs, except for the rules. I think Holmes County is also still in it.
Yeah, Mosley.
Oh, that's right. Mosley won. Mosley
Yes,
won,
sir.
didn't they? They pulled off an upset.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all the rules start on Friday, Coach. I mean, Dr. Ward. All that rule stuff starts the 1st of May.
Hey, Doc, we got to take a break. Let's talk. Let's go back and do what you do for a living. Tell us some of the things we can. It's getting summer. We're getting ready to have summer. We got young kids. We take them to the beach. We go to the water parks. People playing golf. People playing baseball. What can we do now as a parent with these young kids to help them not have to go through what we went through? Talk some of the things we can do.
Well, the most important thing is to put on sunscreen. Get it on before you get outside, because then once you get sweaty, it doesn't apply as easily. And then, once you get sweaty, you towel off, all that. You got to put it on again. Cover up the best you can. Wear protective clothing. Get under the umbrella, and from 10 to 2 when the UV index is 10. Find shade, and just be smart. Don't get burned. That's the key. Don't get a sunburn. That's the worst thing you can do.
All right, don't hang up. Let's talk about some of our other great people we got. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Go see Jason Kovaleski. Excuse me. Go see Jason Kovaleski. He did a great job yesterday. He'll be with us Friday. And Kyle Vandergrift, the legend, will be on tomorrow. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build it. Commercial, residential. They can do it all. Looking for a roof? TK Vandy. Also, you want your yard to look like a golf course? Yeah, we all do. Patrick, Turf Pro Pest Control. You talking about local? His daughter's a beautiful cheerleader at Mosley High School. Son's actually going to be on the bass fishing team, which is unbelievable. But give them a call. They'll take care of your yard. They'll also eliminate all bugs in the house. That's Turf Pro Pest Control. And it's Bike Week. Get out to Newbies, baby. They got it set up for you to have a wonderful time. All you bikers, head down to the mothership. The merchandise, special entertainment, special drinks, you name it. Get out to the mothership, have a great time. Newbies Bike Week. They go together. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Take ESPN Northwest Florida with you everywhere you go.
Anytime, anyplace, anywhere.
The sports talk and live play-by-play doesn't have to end when you get out of the car. The ESPN Northwest Florida app streams your favorite sports talk hosts and the biggest games in ultra-high fidelity.
This is of utmost importance in travel.
Take the sports talk monster with you anywhere you go. Available for Android and iPhone.
Use it anywhere or any place.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Wednesday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, very light rain and some sun, and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. For tonight, a variety of mostly clouds and very light showers and a low near 71. Tomorrow, a chance of thunderstorms and a high around 79. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
conference space for rent in downtown Panama City. A comfortable professional conference space loaded with amenities. Full kitchen, shower, sofas, leather chairs, large screen smart TVs, exterior smoking section, and everything you need for up to 20 people. Have a CPR class? Getting the crew together for the big game? Private chefs want major wow factor? To rent conference space, call 850-771-1326. 771-1326.
Got a scratch, dent, or a full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Hey, welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. You might have something special happen in your life recently. Maybe your daughter was the female athlete of the year. One thing you could do if something like that happened to you would be go to David Adams. Go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They'll give you a great deal on jewelry. They are incredible. You've got jewelry you want to sell. You want to make some money. Gold, silver, they give you great deal. And that thing's going through the roof right now. David Adams. Do you know anybody's daughter just won something big? Might want to go down.
I've heard some rumors about it.
Somebody
somewhere there close to South Walton.
Yeah, the place to go is David Adams, if we know who that is. Let's bring back on right now the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Ward. All right, Doc, I got to pick your brain. I got to do it, man. I'd love having you on. Anything else you want to talk about before I test you?
I know what he wants to talk about, the softball game last night.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, I got just the Gators are on a tear with football recruiting. You know, we've got some top offensive linemen that we just got committed to the 2027 class. We're in the top 10 in the rankings right now. I know it's a long way to go until National Signing Day, but looks like Coach Summerall's on a tear right now, getting big time commits to Florida.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's look at two sports. And Florida's pretty good in both of them. Basketball, football's been down, but they're coming back. These are the 10 highest combinations in the country. What schools care the most about football and basketball? The highest paid head football coach, head basketball coach combined. Who are they?
Michigan's got to be up there, and so does Alabama right now.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Michigan's not up there. Alabama is up there. What number is Alabama? Are they 10th, 7th, 6th? What are they?
Well, the football coaches get paid a lot more, so you can have a highly paid basketball coach and not be at the top.
Right.
So you really got to look at football.
There you go. Absolutely. Number one, Alabama, $19.75 million a year combined. They came at number one. Michigan did not make it. Give us some names. You guys are welcome to help him out. Doc, can you give me another name? Another school.
Got to be Georgia. Kirby gets paid.
You are correct, sir. At number 5, the Georgia Bulldogs, basketball, football combined, $17.19 million per year. You've got number 1, you got number 5. Anybody else want to help?
University of North Carolina.
North Carolina, you are correct, sir. James, they are number 2, $18.33 million at number 2, North Carolina. Doc, number 3, they just won a championship in one of these sports. Who could it be?
It's got to be Indiana then.
Indiana, you are correct. Indiana, $17.525 million. Their head football coach is making $13.2 million now. Basketball coach, who cares?
Would you ever think you would say that about Indiana, for God's sake?
No, not my lifetime. Never, ever. All right, you guys have done great. You got number 1 Alabama. You got number 2 North Carolina. You got number 3 Indiana. You got number 5 Georgia. Who are the other ones?
Are they all?
Think about
What about Texas? What about Texas?
You are correct, sir.
Texas.
At number 6, Texas, $15.855 million per year. So now you got number 6. Think about who just got hired recently at this university.
LSU.
You are correct. At number 4, LSU.
And that's just the money they're paying Will Wade above the table.
$17.3 million. So you got number 1 Alabama, number 2 North Carolina, number 3 Indiana, number 4 LSU, number 5 Georgia, number 6 Texas. Who is 7? Who is 8? Who is 9? Who is 10?
How about Oregon?
No. No.
Then it would be Texas Tech.
No.
Ohio State?
No.
USC.
You are correct. Lincoln, remember the big contract he signed back in the day? Lincoln Riley, I don't know who the basketball coach is, $15.7 million. Now you got 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to help you out. Out of these last 3, the head coach has won a national championship.
In what?
In football.
Oh, okay.
You got 3 to go. One's in the SEC, one's in the ACC, and one's in the Big 12.
Miami.
The Clemson?
You are correct, Dr. Ward, at number 8. Dabo's won multiple national championships. He's paid a lot of money. Clemson, $15.505 per year. Who is number 9 and number 10?
Tennessee wastes money pretty good.
You are correct, sir.
There you
At
go.
number 10, Tennessee, $15.2 million per year. And the last school, the last one, I'm not going to help you out.
Notre Dame.
No, he said Big 12.
They got to be good in something, football or either.
Kansas.
You are
Yeah,
correct. Good
basketball.
job.
Yeah.
Good job. 15. Y'all guys are smart, man. You got them all. Number 1, the most money spent on football and basketball combined, Alabama. Number 2, North Carolina. Number 3, Indiana. Number 4, LSU. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Texas. Number 7, USC. Number 8, Clemson. Number 9, Kansas. Number 10, Tennessee. Doc, out of those 10 names we mentioned, which college football coach will probably be fired this year if he doesn't have a big year?
Alabama. The board is gone if he doesn't have a big year, I think.
And you heard what they did, didn't you? They just signed him an extension. Did you hear about this? Yeah.
No, I did not know about
yes,
these
I went
things.
nuts.
That's
I
kinda
went
crazy.
nuts over this.
Yeah.
They get beat.
Well, and don't forget number 2, North Carolina. Belichick's year was a disaster.
Well, the one I was hinting at that I can't believe is on the hot seat is Clemson. Dabo, multiple national championships. His record's incredible. But their word is, if he doesn't do something big this year, he's gone. Do y'all believe that?
No, but it could happen. It's what it's done for me lately.
Actually, with Dabo, it wouldn't surprise me as much because it's been a slow erosion of confidence in there, and it's not just tied to, okay, he had a bad record last year. It's this failure to embrace the transfer portal. It's going after certain fans, rightly or wrongly. I could see it because it's just, and the further you get away from your championships, the less that matters to people. So I can see it with Clemson, even though I don't think it's a good move.
Okay.
All right. Well, Doc, were you surprised that in all these surveys, Alabama comes in first? I mean, let's think about it.
Never.
At least we get an easy answer, first answer.
That's right.
You always know the answer in Alabama.
www.alabamapol.com.
No, Doc, I want to go back what you mentioned about DeBoer. We have decided to copy everything FSU does because everything do is incredibly intelligent, smart.
Wait.
I think they're the only schools that do this.
Huh?
Everybody's doing this now. It's ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. You don't give a guy an extension after
Sure they
2
do
years.
because they all operate out of fear.
Why though?
Because their job is on the line as well.
His job. I thought it put the AD on the hot seat. Now, if it doesn't work out this past year,
they always find the money. But let me tell you, and this is, I know the circumstances are a little different, but remember the mindset of the Alabama fans when Dennis Franchione chose to leave Alabama. People could not wrap their heads around that and lost their ever-loving minds over it, because you don't leave Alabama. You get fired from it or you retire. And I'm telling you, there's fear in that, if DeBoer left, it may be unfounded fear, but there's fear in that, and that's why Greg Byrne did what he did.
Doc, can you believe they did that? Again, block all that out, what he said. They are trying to be like FSU. We love FSU. We're going to copy and do everything FSU
But Doc will
did.
know, too, you don't make good decisions based on fear. I'm just telling you why they did it.
All I can tell you, sometimes losing your coach to another program is the best thing ever. Look at Florida basketball.
Absolutely.
Look at Florida basketball. Mike White, who, yes, he got us to NCAA tournaments, but he always lost the games that were important. Georgia wants him. He leaves Florida to go to Georgia. All the Gator fans are super happy because that allowed us to find Todd Golden. I mean, you sometimes realizing you don't have a good fit, and then getting your program bailed out by another program coming and taking that guy away, so you don't have to pay a buyout, is the best thing ever. And maybe DeBoer will break through at Alabama, but we all know he's not a good fit.
Yeah, this seems that way. It does. Hey, Doc, we got to take a break real quick. Tell us where you're at and how we get up with you.
Just give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Defuniak Springs, Mariana, Bonifay, Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, or Santa Rosa Beach. 5 minutes is all it takes to get with that head to toe to make sure your skin is healthy and cancer-free.
Doc, we'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Hey, if you're looking for a bike, Steve's Bike Shop, Steve Burdishaw, list him Friday. He's going to be in the studio with us Friday. Can't wait for that. Steve Burdishaw, Steve's Bike Shop. They've been in business since 1979. Electrical bikes are taking the world. They got new and used. Go check them out right on 23rd Street. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
They save up to go watch their favorite team, their favorite player, and then you're going to sit him out because you want to get better position in your draft process? Come on, man. Fans are the only reason why you're making the millions of dollars. The fans are the reasons why that you're able to play this game that you love. Forget all this sitting out mess. That's not right.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Wednesday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, very light rain and some sun, and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. For tonight, a variety of mostly clouds and very light showers and a low near 71. Tomorrow, a chance of thunderstorms and a high around 79. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
WGSX New Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Operation Spay Bay Vaccine Clinic in Fountain, Florida, coming up May 16th. Yes, it's 17822 Center Drive, Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay Bay will be having a vaccination clinic on May 16th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Free rabies vaccines with $20 exam going to be in your area, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on May the 16th in Fountain, Florida. Operation Spay. Get them fixed today.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And stand up. Put your hand over your heart. Listen to the greatest fight song in the history of college
football. It's been a long time since I've heard this song. I didn't hear it in that Indiana game.
Kickoff you did.
I didn't hear it in the Georgia game.
And you get a raise. Roll Tide, roll. Alabama Update is brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals throughout the Panhandle, Florida. They are the best. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Please don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. What's a wonderful man. Graduated from Mosley High School. Jason started that company, and I say it all the time, they hit a grand slam. They're the best at what they do. They're the most honest, hardworking people out there. They don't try to take every penny out of your pocket. They tell you you're going to be there, they're there. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. We all love Mexican food. We do. And we all love Pepper's Mexican Grill. We all know about the one in town. Love it over there on 77. You go in there, tell them Coach sent you. But we're so excited we finally got one on Panama City Beach. Pepper's Mexican Grill, Panama City Beach Parkway. Monday is Military Day. You buy one house margarita, guess what? The next one they're going to give it to you. Draft beer, next one they're going to give it to you. Great place to have a birthday party. Great places to have a good social. Anything that's going on at Arnold High School, go out there and have a pregame meal. Go watch the event. Come back and have yourself a drink or eat some more. Pepper's Mexican Grill. All right, let's get into Alabama. I want y'all's opinion on this. Feinbaum was saying some different things, had some callers, and we're talking about the Alabama contract. We're talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide football program, where it's headed, what's going on, what's happened. Well, here's more or less what they're saying. They just don't meet the eye test. Does Alabama meet the eye test? I don't know. Under DeBoer, 2 seasons. You know, the first year wasn't that great. He did have ranked, people forget this, in year 1 he had them ranked #1 in the country. They beat Georgia. Mm-hmm. Turn around next week, got beat by Vandy. That happened in a long, long time. Got beat pretty bad. Then he went on the road, lost Tennessee, lost the bowl game to Michigan when they didn't play much of their players. And then they were on the road and didn't even show up and got beat by Oklahoma. So he finished the first year 8-4. Now the second year, we saw some improvement. They won 11 games, I believe, and still lost 4, but they won 11. What did they do? They made the SEC championship game, which they got embarrassed by Georgia, but they made it. They also made the college playoffs. They went on the road after losing to Oklahoma at home for homecoming and getting embarrassed the first game of the year by FSU. There was improvement. They go to Oklahoma in the first round. They beat them. Then they go to the Rose Bowl, second round of the playoffs, and got destroyed 38-3, one of the worst losses in Bama history, 38-3 by the national champs, Indiana, which Indiana beat a lot. They beat Oregon pretty bad the next week also. So there was improvement. You saw things get better. They're talking about this, and I agree with it. In most programs, that would sit pretty well, but not Alabama. At Alabama, the standard is completely different. Their fan base is completely different. If you don't win a national championship, you really haven't done anything. They're expected to win SEC championships. They're expected to be in the playoffs. They're expected to win championships. Nick Saban, Alabama, 6 national championships in 17 years. So I get what he's talking about. But help me out, you three.
All right.
This is what he said on some other things. And I like kind of what he said because some of the things I've said. The lack of discipline. Players kicking footballs, players fighting in the Auburn game, not coming off the field. We've seen this before, haven't we? Mm-hmm. The urgency, the not prepared for FSU game, out of shape, no hustling. Looked like they weren't prepared for the SEC championship game. I think Georgia's better at that time of the year. Maybe we had players hurt. Maybe I'm making excuses. But what do you guys think? In your opinion, going forward with this guy as the head football coach, does Bama pass, let's just use the terminology, the eye test?
Well, that's the problem. It's more the way the season ended, and it's a feeling. If you're looking at it in terms of just actually looking at the results, there was clear improvement from year 1 to year 2. Record was better, made the SEC championship, made the playoff, won a playoff game, da-da-da-da-da. 2 of the last 3 games you didn't feel very good about because they were blowouts. Again, those were games they weren't necessarily in the year before. So there is that. They started winning on the road in the SEC, which was a big bugaboo the first year. So I think there was clear improvement from year 1 to year 2. The thing that it's more the way in which the games went. They lost a couple of big lopsided victories, and they haven't been able to run the ball, which has been kind of in the DNA of Alabama. It's not to say you have to run the ball, but if you don't run the ball, you better be really, really good at throwing it, like we did some of those years under Kiffin and whatever. So I think if you're boiling it down in terms of actual facts and logic, they clearly improved. As far as how do you feel about the program, I understand why people don't feel great.
Yeah.
So it's emotion versus logic, basically.
Glenn?
Yeah, I think
James, you better be listening. You're next.
I think he did. I agree with Brian. Some of the games he should have won, he didn't win. Especially like if you go when they were number 1 and they go to Vanderbilt. I guess they'd beat Vanderbilt so many years. I don't know if it was. I don't think as much as him as it was some of the players. And then you get smashed in the mouth. But I still think he's not up there where they expect him to be. They're looking for 10-2 and maybe 11-1, and right now he's just not pulling that off. So what have you done for me lately? And look who you followed.
And that's why this year's so big, because I do think, and look, what you talked about with the discipline, I thought that got better from year 1 to year 2 as well. Right. He didn't lose as many people in the portal. He didn't lose anybody last year. Now, he has lost some this year. But this year is going to be very important because if the trend continues and the improvement continues, they'll be 12-2 or whatever. So now you're looking at, okay, that is more the numbers we can handle versus if he goes kind of 8-4 or 9-3 again, and it just looks stagnant and the same problems exist, then the boo birds really come out. The big thing is he's got those 4 games in a row. Those are going to be rough. And if you lose 3 out of 4 of those, or by God, if you lose 4 in a row, that's where it really gets off. If you lose 1 every 4 games, you can mask it a little more. When you lose a bunch in a row, that's
especially
where it gets tough.
To who he's playing.
Yeah.
James, what do you think?
Well, the eye test says he's going to get paid $1 million every single game, win or
draw.
Lose.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
we might as well right now. We're going to be Alabama fans. We need to look at this thing, and we need to look more on the positive side of it because it's yours. You own it now. The eye test says that Vandy game looked really, really bad. That was ugly. That was awful. That reminded me of this thing called UL Monroe going into Tuscaloosa that one time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It happens. It happened to Saban. People were really, really mad. Now, it happened to Kalen DeVore.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen again? Let's hope not, because that would look really, really bad. But bad things, kind of happen. Let's get over it. Let's move on. Now, the team did look better year over year, and that does give me some hope for Alabama. But that was a big contract, and then an extension. It looks weird to me, but we're here. Let's roll Tide.
This is what was said, and Brian, I think you hit it pretty good, and it's kind of more or less what they said. In the losses, you're going to lose. Mm-hmm. The way things have changed in college football now, you're not going to go – there aren't going to be many teams go 16-0 like Indiana did. That's just not going to happen year in, year out, especially in the SEC and the Big Ten. But it's the way you lose. Mm-hmm. This is what they hit on, the way you lose. You cannot lose like you did against FSU, where the kids were not hustling. They look out of place. They looked like they weren't prepared for anything. Mm-hmm. It's the way you lose. You lose a close game, that's going to happen now and then. But to get blown out at Alabama is not going to keep your job very long. Okay, you kind of hit on that.
Yeah, even though it was at homecoming, I don't think anyone really lost their mind over the Oklahoma game.
They gave it away.
Yeah.
Pick 6.
Yeah, that one, you expect that might happen to you. Florida State, they weren't prepared. Georgia was on a major stage. And Indiana, look, They didn't play in Indiana the year before. It may have been the same story, but you're playing the number one team in the nation that's doing that to a lot of teams, frankly. But, yeah, they just look bad because the two where you have the most eyes on you were probably the two worst games they played all year.
And the thing with DeBoer, he's judged like no other program.
Sure.
I mean, it is. This is a fact. We're spoiled. We expect certain things, and we don't get them. We go nuts.
The thing is, the last time you follow such a legend at Alabama was Ray Perkins. You know, Ray, the last year, had them 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was 9-1 going to the Auburn game, won the Auburn game, and he ended up late, or whatever. It was 86 because that was the big Shula year.
Yeah.
You know,
and he
it's
went and
just-
left to go to Tampa, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still, no one ever viewed Ray Perkins as good enough.
I just
Didn't win the
think,
right games.
Yeah.
Again, my opinion, if I was the athletic director, that never would have happened. I would have not, after 2 years, and I know why, we all know why he did it. Michigan came sniffing, and that was done back then. I mean, I truly believe that happened back then. Hey, we're going to pay, and we know who the agent is. We know what his job is to do, and he does it like no other. I get that.
But that's it. You know, in this day and age, if you're a coach, like you can't fault a coach for wanting all those securities
No,
too.
I'm not in favor of business.
It's,
I don't blame
it's
the
the way
agent.
it's the way business is done.
Yeah, and I'd want that contract myself.
Right.
I just.
Well, you got one as big as that here on the station.
We don't talk about that on there.
Okay,
we don't want to talk about that on there. He is now the highest. We're talking about this contract. He's now the highest paid coach in college football. He's the fifth highest paid coach in college football. Number one's Georgia, 13.28. Indiana's coach is second, 13.2. You know who number 3 is? Anybody know who the third highest paid coach in college football right now as we speak is?
Norvell.
Texas Tech.
No.
Texas?
Texas. Yeah.
No.
Texas.
He got that big raise because go back to Texas. He got that big raise because Alabama sniffed, and they gave him a big extension. And the people at Texas weren't happy about that. Some big money guys weren't happy about that.
How many years was Saban going to Texas, and all of a sudden got a
every
raise?
time he needed Terry
every
needed
single
more
time.
money.
That's right. So
Number 3. Come on, think now. He's a big name.
Riley,
No.
Belichick.
I thought for sure you get it. Who?
Oh, I'm just telling you, you got 1 minute.
Was that an L?
Dabo
Was that an
Smith?
S? Was that a U? What?
Oh, Lane.
Lane.
I don't even. They print funny money down in Louisiana at this point. I don't even consider them real.
At number 3, Lane Kiffin, $13 million. And number 4, who is it? Big Ten.
Day.
Yes, sir. Ohio State, 12.6, and then our coach.
Isn't it funny how quick the governor of Louisiana stopped talking about fiscal responsibility?
Yeah, there you go.
Clown.
All right, let's take a break. Talk about some of our wonderful people. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason, we love you, man. You are the best. Thank you for everything you did for us. He's so good that even Dr. Chad Mitchell, we know how Chad is. He only gets the best. He only deals with the best. He did it. He loves it. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason Kovaleski, his business. He went with his business, did it. Then he took him to his house and said, I want the same thing here. And they did it. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. Also today, world famous J. Michael Spaghetti. Only on Wednesday, lunch and dinner only, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. All you bikers, go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Also, let's talk about Bike Week. They're here. They're going to head at Newbies. Guess what we're getting ready to do? You're a biker, get on the phone, 215-6290. Give us a call, 215-6290. We're going to give some things away you're going to really enjoy. Creature comforts. You're going to love them, baby. They're outstanding. Give us a call. Second caller, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. I'll be right back. FSU and Auburn. Be right back.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Neat from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. I just won $250 from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Wednesday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, very light rain and some sun, and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. For tonight, a variety of mostly clouds and very light showers and a low near 71. Tomorrow, a chance of thunderstorms and a high around 79. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Do you bathroom map your city? Know exactly where the restroom is in every store just in case you have a sudden urge? Stop mapping and start living. It's time to meet Emsella. Emsella is an FDA-approved chair that uses electromagnetic energy to strengthen your pelvic floor. One 28-minute session is equivalent to 12,000 Kegels, and 95% of patients report a better quality of life. Call Thrive Alternative Medicine, 850-655-7090, 850-655-7090 for the Emsella chair.
Hewitt Tire and Auto has been in business in Panama City forever. Locals taking care of locals. From the smallest to the largest vehicles, they do it all. But don't take my word for it. Listen to the experts.
Hewitt Tire and Auto, your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evening 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! Hey, Martha Kenny James. Hey, give us a call right now, 215-6290. We're going to give you away a gift that you'll absolutely love. Give us a call, 215-6290. If you don't, we're going home. Give us a call. Now, let's start out. We got Mark McLeod coming on here.
I was going to say, people might want that.
That's true. We're going to stay. We're going to keep talking if you don't call. Hell, the phone just lit up then.
If you call enough, we'll leave. How's that? Yeah.
Let's talk about newbies. You got spring break.
Man,
we got not spring break. We got bike week. Everybody's going to be down there. They got the tent set up. They got merchandise. They got drink specials, entertainment like you would not believe. Get out to newbies, all you bikers. Have a great time.
Both of them give so much to the community.
Oh my God!
All of Bay County, they bought so much equipment
Charlotte,
for fire.
John,
It's unbelievable. Yeah, what great people they are.
What you got on FSU for us?
Well, let me tell you. Last night they played softball at Florida, and Florida won 4-3. It was a great game. Even though this is the first time in 9 games that Florida has beaten Florida State in softball.
Wow.
Anyway, now. FSU is 43-8. They're the ACC seasonal champions. They will be at Boston College on Friday through Sunday. The first game's on Friday at 3 p.m. They will play on the ACC Extra Network. Florida now is 47-7. They're 16-5 in the SEC. They're number 2 there. They have a big weekend coming up. They play at Georgia Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and their first game is Friday on the SEC Plus. So congratulations to them last night.
Right.
It was a great game last night. So,
Lynn, we got to take this call. We
told
them if they didn't call, we were going to keep talking. JoJo, good morning. How you doing?
Good. Good morning to you guys.
Yep. Good morning. Congratulations. Where do you live? The beach, the town? Where you at?
Well, I live in Parker, the big city of Parker.
All right. Good. Now, tell us. FSU, Florida, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia. Who you love?
None of those.
Oh, who? Tell us who.
Tennessee.
I knew I've heard. He's called in. You called in before and got on us about Tennessee, didn't you?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are you from Tennessee?
I am, but I've lived at the beach for 42 years, and then I moved over to Parker.
All right. What part of Tennessee?
Knoxville.
Oh, okay. You were on the hill then.
All right. How long have you loved the Knolls? How many years? Just give us
the Knolls.
I mean the Vols. How many years?
I was born there, went to school there, so I've always been a Tennessee fan.
All right. Do you remember he was number 24, All-American running back. Now, his name was Tony Thompson. They went to Sugar Bowl and played, I think it was Virginia, and he scored a bunch of touchdowns, the leading rusher in SEC his senior year. I think Philip Foreman was the offensive coordinator. and Majors was the head coach. Do you remember him? Or are you too young?
No, I'm not. I'm 70, so I know. I remember Johnny Majors and Philip Fulmer. In fact, I went to a press conference with Johnny Majors once, and he was so drunk he could hardly get through the press conference, and they pulled him from it. And then later, Fulmer became the head coach.
Yeah. Well, Tony played for me at Lake Wells. He was an all-state champion in weightlifting, I think, for 3 years. He was leading rusher down that part of the state. He could have gone anywhere, but he went to Tennessee. But you know what he told me? This might make you mad. But you know what he told me? His best visit was at Kentucky. He said, "Man, Coach, what they spent on us in Kentucky, what they did was unbelievable." He said, "But I just didn't want to go to Kentucky." He almost went to Florida State, but he went to Tennessee. He said the greatest thing he ever did.
Yeah, I wonder. Do you know why he chose Tennessee?
He liked Philip Fulmer. Philip was the offensive coordinator, recruited that area down there, and he liked Coach. He really liked Coach Fulmer, Philip Fulmer.
Well, that's the one thing that's changed in the last 3 to 4 years is the players don't seem to be committed to a school except for that 1 or 2 years. They're no longer going to the school for the tradition, the coaching. And I know the money thing, but they just don't seem to be committed like they used to be.
You're right. You're exactly right. Well, we appreciate you listening. We really do, and I really appreciate you calling in. Tell him what he won, James.
We have $25 to That Boot Store, $25 gift card to Golf Plus, 12-pack Buffalo Rock, and 30 days to Anytime Fitness.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Hey, can I ask you one quick question?
Yes, sir.
So, you all advertise a nutrition place, and I tried to find it yesterday, but I'm not sure who it is. Who?
Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Max Fit.
Okay.
Now, if you're over there, go on 23rd Street. Glenn, tell them where it's at.
It's in the Coronado
Right
Village.
by Granny's, right?
Yes. Yeah, right by Granny's. So, and
Okay.
yeah. So great.
Yeah,
They will take care of. Trust me, I'm 77, so they're good. They won't sell you something that you don't need, and they'll let you try it before you buy it.
And seriously, since Glenn's gone there, he looks like he's probably 50 now. It's amazing.
Also, JoJo, I am from Tennessee, by the way, Nashville. So you know, all right. So
yeah, so I'm a triathlete, Ironman, kind of even at 70 still, and
wow.
I've got a big race coming up in a month. And I kind of want to dial in a little more nutrition, so I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to go see you.
Yeah, right there.
Jason will
Friday.
definitely be able to help.
Yeah, listen Friday, and I'll tell Jason. Maybe you can call in and talk to Jason yourself. We'll get you on here to talk to Jason on Friday.
What's Jason's last name?
Kovaleski.
Kovaleski, yeah.
Is his dad still? Is he related to the doctor, Kovaleski?
No. His mother was a legend here. She taught for years, coached over at Bay High School for years. She was actually she got a scholarship to Ohio State, I think, in basketball and something else.
She put Glenn in his place a bunch of times.
Absolutely.
She needed to. All right, JoJo. Hey, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, let's go. Go Vols.
Bye-bye. All right, Glenn, go.
All right. Now, baseball, they are 24-19. They are 12-9 in the ACC. That makes them fourth. They will host tonight USF at 4 p.m. on the ACC Extra Network. And then this coming weekend, they will host Pittsburgh, who is 28-14 and number 7 in the ACC. And they play on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the first game is on ACC Extra, and that will be at 5:00 on Friday. So, and then football. If you want to go there, I started to go a different way, but anyway, football. For 2027, they are ranked 33 nationally, but they have a total of 6 commits, which really kills me is somebody else is like 3 spots in front of them. They have 6 commits. I guess it has to do with these all-stars or 6 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, Mickey Mouse stars.
Where do you sell more magazines?
Yeah, that's right. So then one of their top prospects is a guy named Micah Williams. He's a 4-star defensive back. Now they say he's in the running, FSU's in the running, but they all think the NIL deal will play a key factor in some of these. And then solid commits is a guy named Anthony Cavallaro, who is an edge rusher. He's already signed and committed, and then Connor Wynn, who is a tight end, so he will be he'll be there also, but they're not yours until they're there. And then the other thing is they're not yours after the first year if you're not careful. So, and then they're looking for some people to flip. One of them is a Gregory Batson. He's a linebacker. They're competing with Mississippi State and Georgia Tech on this young man. And then the other one is Jamari Foreman. He's a safety, and right now between FSU and Louisville, that's the two main threats on there. And the golf team came up a little bit short in the play against Georgia Tech, so they will wait to see if they're going to be able to go to the regional. So they're waiting on that. And then track and field, they were the indoor champions, and so hopefully they've got some people going. And the young lady who's a 60 meter and the 100 meter, she is still setting records. So we'll be glad to see that. And beach volleyball is ranked nationally number 4. And guess what? They're not in the ACC. They're in the Big 12 in beach volleyball because ACC doesn't have beach volleyball for many schools. So that's kind of weird and everything. So I think FSU is going to be in the Mountain West Conference for rodeo next year. I'm not sure about that.
Wow, that's interesting.
Well, anyway, you can still go to the flying circus, and that's just going on really good. So hopefully with Norvell, I don't like the way he chose the quarterback. I hope that's not the sword he's going to fall on, but we'll see what goes on with that.
All right, you want a great meal today. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. Pat Perno is the city commissioner of Lynn Haven, does an incredible job. But his restaurant, if you want to go where people treat you like family, they love you, they got a smile on their face, they never have a bad day. Beautiful atmosphere, TVs everywhere, watch all sporting events going on. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. And if you have a party at home and you want to get it catered, or not really get it catered, but you want to call and tell them what you want, you go pick it up. That's what you want to do. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. The food's incredible. Everything's great there. Great prices. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You're already down that way. Go see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. Get yourself some fine jewelry at David Adamson. Check it out. They can design it. They can build something special for you. If you got something you want to sell to them, gold or silver, they give you the top dollar on that. They also have a board that you can go write down what you want. Send your boyfriend in there. Send your husband, your wife, or all of them at the same time. Doesn't matter. Go check it out. But it's the people that work there. It's Russ, Amber, and Patrick. They're incredible. They do a great job. What?
1 minute.
Oh, okay. Also, you messed me up now. I don't know what I'm doing.
He's used to seeing a different finger from you.
Yeah, getting ready to see it, too. Also, Dr. Ward, you listen to him today. You'll listen to him every Wednesday, 7:30. 1 in 5 develops skin cancer. It can be deadly. Go see him. Don't put it off. 5 minutes is all it takes. And we all know it's bike week. All you bikers, even if you're not a biker, go down to Newbies and have a great time. 4 great locations. The mothership. They got the tent set up. They got merchandise everywhere. They got special entertainment, special drinks. Go check it out. A lot of great things happen down in Newbies. Kathy, Will, Charlotte, John, they're going to make sure you have a wonderful time.
I went down there last night one bike. It was a little 3-wheeler with a basket. You want to go in there with a motorcycle. You don't want to go in there with that one. That's all I can say.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. That was good. That was good. Oh, Mark McLeod.
Yeah.
Where is Mark McLeod?
But right after Florida State. Woo!
Are you tired of little radio stations with little signals that drop off at the edge of town?
She did say.
Oh, bless their hearts. This is the most powerful sports signal in the Panhandle. You found the Sports Talk Monster. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Ready to break free from the ordinary? Find your next escape in a new 2026 Kia Sportage from Bill Bird Kia. Discover the new Kia, now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months and a 90-day payment deferral on the purchase of a new 2026 Kia Sportage. There's never been a better time to drive and build your home. The Sportage delivers bold style, impressive versatility, and a refined interior built for whatever the road takes you to. From daily drives to weekend getaways, stay connected and confident every mile. The road is yours. And remember, Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America on the purchase of a new 2026 Kia Sportage with $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers valid through 5/4/26.
Ready to join the team? The Jaguars and our stadium partners are hosting a job fair Wednesday, May 20th. We're looking for enthusiastic new faces to serve as ushers, ticket takers, concessionaires, security, and more. Stop by the Prime Osborne Convention Center and apply on May 20th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Professional dress, a pen, and a smile are all you need. There are 1,000 spots to be filled for the 2026 season, so join us and be a part of the Jaguars game day team.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bum, 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 bum. Go Gators! Not a Gator. Yeah, Gator hater, baby.
Or you could be Gator bait. Never know.
All the above. Yes. All right, let's get going right now with the great Mark McLeod. Wait a minute. Before we do that, I got to remind everybody. Don't forget two things. Today, the legendary J. Michaels, world famous J. Michaels, which Mark McLeod loves, by the way. He's been there and had it. It's outstanding. And also, get down to Newbies Bike Week. They got everything lined up for you at all 4 locations, but especially the mothership. Charlotte will make sure you let you know. She's got the bands that you would love will be down there performing. They got all kind of merchandise, special drinks going on. Great time to be had by all. Get out to Newbies.
You can do some fun people watching down there, too.
Right.
You ain't kidding.
Get out to Beef O'Brady's, too. They have the wing special going on.
Ooh, baby. All right, let's bring him on right now. Mark, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well. Good to be on with you guys.
We appreciate you spending time with us. Mark, what's the best way people can keep up with you?
SEC Blitz, Gator Blitz, on X at McLeod Live.
There you go.
I'm surprised Mark's not riding his hog into town for Bike Week.
I don't know. How's your hog doing, by the way?
It's kind of personal there.
Oh, Lord. All right, let me ask you. There was an article. Just wanted to.
It's hog and hoggette, right?
I just want to hit on it and just say tell us what you think about this. They wrote this thing about Billy Napier, that Florida had 21 football players drafted. I think it was 3 or 4 years when Billy was there. And more or less what they were saying, the program had talent, wasted talent by this coaching staff. Was that – what's your take on that comment? You got to kind of – I guess you have to kind of agree with it, but I thought it was kind of ugly. What's your take on that? All those players and not the results.
Yeah, I mean, you have to agree with it. I mean, they're – look at go back to when he was hired. He convinced Scott Strickland and company, if you let me hire all of these additional staff people, not only will it help off the field issues and it'll bring the program together, bring all the kids together, but it'll also help us on the field and we'll be where we want to be faster. He told us that to us in the media many times, and it never yielded fruit. It's just the coaching. And particularly with him as the offensive coordinator was just, 1 minute it was 1 step up, 2 steps back, and it was just a difficult thing to see. Now there were some kids that certainly produced it. They had some high draft picks under Billy Napier. Cyrus Torrance, offensive guard, did awfully well. And then this year, of course, with Caleb Banks. Caleb Banks showed out in the Senior Bowl week, guys. I heard from a friend of mine that he was fantastic Senior Bowl week, and then that he demonstrated a lot of guts, a lot of athleticism, a lot of just everything. Anything they asked him to do, he did it, and he wanted to show them that he really wanted to be a member of a winning organization in the NFL, a member of the NFL. So yeah, but yeah, you can't argue with that article. I mean, the wins and losses, they prove it.
Well, in the old days, and I still think it's true to some degree, in the old days, it wasn't just about getting NIL money. You'd go to university where they could get you to the next level. The same thing with high school sports. A kid in middle school, the parents are looking around the school of choice. They're going to send their kids where they're winning, where those coaches get their kids to the next level, get them a scholarship. At Florida, they've always had players go to the NFL. It shows you it was a great job. The facilities, I think, were okay. I don't think they were as great maybe as Alabama and some of these other schools, but Florida had it all. They had the weather, they had the location, they had facilities, they get their players to the next level, and now everything's changed, NIL money. And I'm saying all this to ask this question. Everybody seems pretty happy about Summerall. I know everybody wanted Lane Kiffin. It was reported Lane Kiffin's going to be the next coach. It's a done deal. It wasn't a done deal. It never was a done deal. They got Summerall. It doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Is everybody on the same page? Or are we going to see NIL money like they need down in Florida to get this thing back where it needs to go?
Well, they just said Thomas Hawk's going to be the highest paid individual in Gainesville, because he's paying to play one more year in Florida.
Wow.
And he's going to make a lot of money. I think at Florida, that was part of the issue with Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin was never a done deal. I told you guys that when I came on the show. They made progress. They had talks. There was a lot of conversation there. It looked like for a while that he was indeed going to be heading to Florida. But NIL money was a part of the deal because Scott Strickland has his own plan. He wants everybody within the program to benefit, and there were a lot of Gator fans, and I think Lane Kiffin as well, who wanted more of that money and maybe much more of that money steered toward football.
Now I heard.
But
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you this. I heard this from somebody that I trust. Doesn't matter who it is, but they might have lived in Tuscaloosa at one time, and they felt like, I might use the word they heard, but I'm going to say they thought that Lane would, I don't know how to say it, but maybe enjoy working for a different AD.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Heard the same thing. Oh, yeah, I heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was not a connection. There was not a good connection between Strickland and Kiffin because they have different ideas on things, and particularly NIL money was one of them. And, Strickland was kind of, painted the picture out. Look, I've got to take care of the entire program. Football is important, super important, but we got to take care of the entire program. And with NIL money, I like what we're doing here at Florida. Yes, we need to generate more money, but I think the thought is in Gainesville, and it will happen, if you win, you'll get more money. And everybody knows that's true.
Right.
So I think that's kind of where they were coming from, and Napier didn't get it done. But and look, they've got coaches' salaries still to pay now, so they're doing stadium renovations. So there's a lot of money being put out there and spent. And as you said about facilities, Florida was way behind in the facilities race when Strickland took over. That, in fact, to the point where it irritated a lot of former Gator players who were just infuriated about it. But right now, I think NIL money, I think Florida is in a good spot. I'm not going to say very, very good or great because I don't believe that. But I think it can get better. And I think under Summerall's leadership, guys, and I have on the SEC Blitz today, I think it's going to be posted around noon, a conversation with Scott Carter, who has been with FloridaGators.com. Of course, he covered Florida State and the ACC for many years with the Tampa Tribune, and we delve into that stuff a little bit. So, but yeah, I think Florida's in a good spot. But the bottom line is Florida's got to win. They got to start winning in football like they are in basketball.
Yeah. What about recruiting or in football in general? Anything going on down there we need to know about now?
Yeah, very good recruiting. In fact, up in Rivals, Florida's up to number 7 now.
Wow.
They picked up Peyton Miller, who is he can play center, a kid out of Texas, but he's one of the top 10, according to Rivals and 24/7 Sports, one of the top 10 interior linemen in the country. So that's back-to-back interior linemen. Maxwell Hiller, of course, is the number 1 rated offensive lineman in the nation, and he's committed to Florida, a couple weeks ago. So now you got Peyton Miller, that's number 2, and Phil Troutwine is building that offensive line, and that's, again, a conversation I had with Scott Carter. We talked at length about the fact that when John Summerall took the job, and throughout the spring, he mentioned a couple times, guys, we have got to recruit better, we've got to coach better, and get more production along the offensive and defensive lines if we're going to be successful in the SEC.
Mark, and this is totally out in left field, and it popped in my little brain, and I want to bring it up. And why?
Southern Miss.
Why?
I wonder if you were going to let that one go.
Why? I have no idea. But we listen to the voice of the Florida Gators, the voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, and then sometimes you see coaches come in, and sometimes things change. Is Florida going to keep the same radio network people they've had going forward with Summerall? Is everything's the same there?
I don't know. That's a good question. That stuff changes on that stuff can change on a dime. I mean, those negotiations behind the scenes for like a week or two, and next thing you know, the guy's out, and nobody knew he was going to be out. I had that happen. Well, my former co-host was Scott Brantley,
right?
And I was asked by someone in his family, did you hear about this? Had you known about this right after Scott was out? And I said, no, I hadn't heard a word about it. It came really fast. And so they just, Jeremy Foley made the decision, I guess it was Foley, to turn the page, and that's what they did.
Well, the reason I brought that up is because at Georgia, they just did that at Georgia. One of their former offensive linemen, All-American, what's his name, Sistrunk or something, is going to do it.
Stinchcomb?
Yes, yeah. Is he the guy on TV?
Yeah. He was on
okay,
ESPN
now
quite
I get
a bit.
it. Okay, yeah. He's going to do it, and I forgot the guy's name, Howard or something. Anyway, he's going to keep doing basketball, but he's been doing football, I think, for I want to say 18 years. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. It kind of popped up in that huge brain of mine, Southern Mississippi education, and I just thought, well, maybe something in Florida is going to change.
Well, he's been sitting on it a long time, so you can't make it.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn.
That thought or the brain?
Anyway.
Yes to both of those.
Well, hey, hold your thoughts. We got
this.
Go ahead.
Remember this. Claude Felton was the long time sports information director, a fabulous job at the University of Georgia, and he has stepped down. So you've got some new faces in there at Georgia, so that may be why it happened.
Okay. All right, I got you. All right, we got Mark McLeod. We'll get back. We'll finish up on the Gators. We got to talk some baseball, too, when we get back with Mark. But right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. We told you almost every segment, a lot of stuff's going down to Newbies. John Sharp wants you guys to come down there and have a great time, especially you bikers. It's Bike Week. Drive slow, be careful, be patient. I tell you what, they bring a lot of money into Bay County. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. They got everything you can think of down there at the mothership for all you bikers. Go check it out. And like Glenn said a minute, we got Jay Michaels' world-famous spaghetti. We got over Beef O'Brady's, 10 wings and first side. Everybody's got their specials going on. If you like Mexican food, we got that for you, too. Everybody knows about Pepper Mexican Grill in Panama City. Now we got one on Panama City Beach Parkway. Go check it out. Don't forget, buy a house margarita, next one's free. Draft beer, next one to free. We'll be right back with a great one. Mark McLeod, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Wake up with ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show drags you out of bed weekdays 7 to 9.
It weighed 827 pounds.
And for the ride home, the fastest 2 hours on radio. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson.
You better hope you're ready.
Morning drive and the afternoon commute are live and local on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Wednesday morning. As we head into this afternoon and evening, very light rain and some sun, and a high of 79 with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the southwest. For tonight, a variety of mostly clouds and very light showers and a low near 71. Tomorrow, a chance of thunderstorms and a high around 79. This weather forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
Full residential and commercial projects from start to finish. Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597, 850-896-6597, and online at wheelhousedba.com.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Bike Week. Get out, newbies. Have a great time. Let's bring him back, the great one, Mark McLeod. Mark, a lot of baseball to be played, but there was another article I'm going to share with you and get your thoughts on this. They said, forget it. These are the teams that are going to have the real shot to win the SEC. The rest of them, they said Georgia, Texas, A&M, Mississippi State. He said the other ones are just pretenders. They said Florida.
Oh, my God. I thought you were talking football for a minute. I was like, what parallel world are you in?
Florida, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Auburn. Auburn's pretty good. Are just pretenders. There's no way they can win an SEC championship. Isn't it too early to determine that? Or do you think they got something to this?
I think there might be a little something to that. I really do. Florida's just struggling to get consistency. They've got, it just hasn't been a great year for Liam Peterson. And they've got a couple other guys who just aren't hitting the ball the way they should. There always seem to be some issues. Maybe they'll have a game where there's 4 errors or, some key errors really late in the game. And Florida just struggles to kind of put people away when they should. That's been an issue in Gainesville. With some of the other teams, I really can't speak to them, but yeah, they're, right about now, it's crunch time right now. This is the big time for baseball, and you better put it together now if you're going to make that run and impress the for the NCAA for postseason opportunities and everything like that.
Well, they got Oklahoma coming up.
Well, normally I'd agree. Normally I would throw Auburn in the mix, but Auburn has a brutal run-in on their schedule. They've got A&M series left, Mississippi State series left, and a Georgia series left. So that's probably why they left them off of there.
But I'm with you. They're pretty good.
They're good. They're right on that edge of where I would consider them in play to win it, but with that run-in, that's brutal.
Yeah, what about Oklahoma, Florida? How do they match up, you think, with Florida?
I think anybody can match up with Florida. Right. And then the moment I look and I look out there and that's not a good matchup. Florida's just taking it to them, It's just great. I can't figure out the Gators. I mean, nobody can. I've had this conversation with a few of the guys that are out there every day covering them, and I am not. And they said the same thing. They said, we go to the ballpark, we're like, okay, what Florida team are we going to see tonight? It's ultra-skelter.
Well, you need to put FSU on your schedule for the next 8 games, and you'll be right in there. So, hey, listen, I appreciate the information you sent me about the red shirt rule for baseball. One inning and you're done.
How about that?
Wow. And then, one tennis match and also just one track meet. So, like you said, we're not talking about minutes, it's just appearances. So, You know, you can have 4 games. See, that's not fair. You got 4 games of football, but 1 inning in baseball. I mean, how many more baseball games do you play than football?
Yeah, it's typical NCAA, isn't it? And now, of course, you've got the NCAA going to go hardline with, no, we're 5-on-5. That's it. If it's after 5-on-5, you're done. Of course, Florida has a situation with Aberdeen, who's transferring back from Kentucky to Florida to play basketball, and they've got an appeal with the NCAA. They want, and they've got, from what I understand, they have attorneys ready. If they have to bring a lawsuit, they'll do it. And the NCAA hates lawsuits. They pay so much money out a year to lawyers that they are sick and tired of it. Well, maybe now they're finally pushing back a little bit and showing, I don't want to say teeth, but maybe they're cutting baby teeth in some areas. But I think a lot of it's just talk. I really do. Until the NCAA mans up and starts doing something about college football, I think it's all talk.
Hey, Mark, what about this Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame? What did you hear about that?
Well, we were talking about Claude Felton earlier. And, look, there are 2 sports information directors, and they actually give awards out, believe it or not, for decades now to these guys, to who's the best sports information. John Humanick was at the University of Florida for many years. He was unbelievable. I've never worked with a better sports information director than John Humanick. Fabulous job. But they've had some good ones within the John Hines did a fabulous job with baseball. We've had some other guys do great jobs with basketball and football. But when you talk about the overall leadership, Humanick was fantastic. Well, Claude Felton at Georgia the same way. I told Claude years ago, I knew John Little and grew up with him. We hung out, together and did things. We were kids and played football and baseball on the same teams. But so when John was being honored by the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame, I sent Claude an email and I said, hey, they finally got him in. We were talking about it back and forth with email, but he said, yeah, don't worry, I got you covered. He goes, and sure enough, he made sure that being a couple old Lynn Haven guys that were going to get together, he made sure when he brought John out there, he said, look, come at this time and you'll have him first. And sure enough, when he brought him out, there were a couple other media guys there, but they were already setting up or getting their equipment together. So John and I had a good conversation at the Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame banquet in Jacksonville for probably about 25 minutes before those other guys were ready.
You know what? I didn't even know they had a Florida-Georgia Hall of Fame. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, John Little is a member of it, and it's great. Every year, Coach, they take 2 players from Georgia and 2 players from Florida. It's a big banquet, a really nice hotel in downtown Jacksonville on the river. The food was good, and it was. I wouldn't say it was a packed house, but the year that they honored John a few years ago, which was just a few years ago, his family was there. His sister Kelly was there with her family, and a lot of a few former teammates and stuff. But it was I want to say the room was probably 2/3 to 3/4 full.
Mark, in the old days they would go home for the summer and then come back. Now the players, it seem like they're year-round. I know during the summer they'll be taking classes and doing the strength training and everything else. And I think the rule is you can't be on the field with them. But I do know one certain university, their coach's offices, you can go out on the balcony and look down the field. You're not technically on the field, but it doesn't say you can't talk to the players, or I wouldn't use the word coach the players. But anyway, when does Florida, are they back? I'm sure they're back in the weight room now, but when do they get into their summer routine? Have you heard anything?
I believe it's right after the end of the semester, which is now. So I think any moment now you'll see Florida. They've already launched into the summer workout program. In fact, there's been a few guys that have posted some videos for the last few days. So it may be, looking at the schedule, that the final exams for most of those guys have already wrapped up in Gainesville, because it's either happening now or it's happening next week is when they'll move full bore into the summer program.
All right, before we get you out of here, Dave, what did you think about the draft? Anything stand out? Anything that you surprised you? Anything about the draft?
Well, I talked about it on the SEC Blitz podcast, which will come out today, but wide receiver playing the SEC, guys. usually they're bunched up right there in the first round, early to mid second round. You didn't see that this year. Didn't see. You saw the first 40 picks. What they had, or 39 picks, 38 picks. 4 guys? Really? Are you kidding me? Next year looks like a better year. I did a little bit of a dive into next year, and looks like next year is going to be a really good year, potentially good year for SEC wide receivers. Not only within the league, but potentially in the draft.
What did you think about Ohio State? I think they had 5 out of the top 10 picks, and they don't even win the Big Ten. It's so hard to win back-to-back championships. I don't care if it's SEC championships, Big Ten, national championships. It's just hard to do it. But that team was loaded.
Yeah, they were. And, the Big Ten, what a fabulous job they did in the first round of the NFL draft, really. They dominated the early picks. They really did. And then, of course, you see the SEC come on, and it was a record year for picks in the SEC. So it was good for both of them. They both made their statement. And, this NIL money, it ain't going away. So it's going to be interesting watching those two conferences.
Well, Mark, I jumped back on the Buckeye boys, the Big Ten boys I have in here. I said, you know what? I've been saying the Big Ten's the best conference in football, but after seeing this, where the best players play are the SEC, it's got to be the SEC's the best conference top to bottom. We argued about that for a while.
But isn't that the argument, that the Big Ten is better at the top and the SEC's deeper?
Well, I just said the coaching's just better in the Big Ten. Development's better. Mark McCloud will tell you that.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
Yeah, that's why you saw 6 new coaches in the SEC.
Hey, Mark, we'll talk to you later. Thank you, sir.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you, guys. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you